You're welcome to the School Owners Forum, Nigeria's largest training network of school owners, of teachers, of school admins, and education stakeholders generally. I am David Adeniji, by the grace of God, convener of the School Owners Forum. Of course, I know we have people also from the SOF Academy. So this is a course that is two in one. We're going to be talking today about how to get competent teachers that fit your budget. So, how do you get competent teachers that fit your budgets? Of course, many of us we want to recruit teachers. We have a limited budget. Many times we have a slim budget, especially as school is about to resume. Some of your teachers may have left. You may want to fill some other spaces. But then the question is, how do you get teachers that fit your budget? Of course, if you read through the introduction we gave, in the build up to the class, usually I like to always start with that introduction because it's important we set the right tone. In trying to get staffs that fit your budget, we must not compromise competence. I tell you, it's a sacrifice. Everyone has to make choices and sacrifices here and there just to make sure that your business is going on fine. So the introduction says, perhaps the biggest problem you may be facing in your school is having teachers that will implement the promises you make to your parents. So, having teachers that will implement the promises you make to your parents, because many times parents come to enroll their children. You promise heaven and earth. Our school is this. You see a lot of adverts. If you pick your phone and go to Facebook, you see adverts from school owners or from schools, a lot of a statement, we will do this, we will do that, your children will be this. Of course, that's how we teach you to market. But then the question is it the school owner that will fulfill all of the promises? The school owner is one person. You have maybe tens or dozens, or in some cases, hundreds of teachers who have to do their bit, who have to do their part to make sure that the things we say about the school are carried out, are implemented in the lives of the children, and also as good impression in the minds of the customers. So perhaps one of the biggest problems you may be facing in your school is having teachers that will implement the promises you make to your parents at enrollment. Now, but that's not actually the real problem. The real problem, the real issue is you may not have the budget to employ competent teachers. So you may not have the budget to employ competent teachers. So when you underpay your teachers, don't expect performance, because every now and then you hear that my teachers are this. You see, when you read through our platform, a platform of over 30,000 followers, you hear school owners talk. What do I do to my teachers? How do I encourage them? How do I make them perform optimally and not abysmally? How do I make them market my school and not demarket it? The point is, what you need to know is that when you underpay your teachers, don't expect performance. Now the question then is, how do you underpay teachers? How much exactly am I supposed to pay? Let me tell you this: you put yourself in their shoes. Many times I ask who owners that put yourself in their shoes. Are you sure that it's a living wage? I understand that the areas are different, the school fees are different, and their qualification is different, but area or no area, school fees or no school fee, qualification or not, I tell you, there should be a statutory amount of money that that in this area, these kind of teachers will be able to have a living, especially when you know that they are full-time teachers and they are not part-time. They don't have anything else that they do. So let me read you and complete that introduction. You see, the key is in finding teachers that fit your budget. In doing that, you must not compromise. Yes, but in doing that, you must not compromise competence. You must not say, because I need teachers, and so you go ahead and employ people who are not qualified. You go ahead and employ teachers who do not have the right competence, or who are not vocational. I'm going to tell you the difference between a vocational teacher and a professional teacher. Competent teachers are both vocational and professional. As a matter of fact, some teachers are not professional in the sense that they may not have a degree in education yet. I'm not saying they shouldn't go for it. They may not have that yet, but for sure, they are vocation. They know the vocation. That is, if they say they are kindergarten teachers, when you give them kindergarten children, the kindergarten children will come out with sterling performances. When they say they are chemistry teachers, when you give them chemistry students, the teachers will go out of their way to make sure that the students have sterling performance. So that's what we're going to define who a competent teacher is. But let me complete my introduction. This matter can be a hard one, and can determine whether you will succeed or fail in this business. So you may need to make some crucial adjustments. That's what we are saying, to make sure you are offering them. See, you may need to make some crucial adjustments to what you are offering the teachers. But this alone, again, does not guarantee good teachers. Making adjustment to your payment alone does not guarantee competent teachers. So here are the key experiences I have in this topic, in this discussion today, and I'd like you to follow through. But before we continue, let us go very quickly on our break, and then when we come back, you know that this is Unlock with me, David Adeniji. So let's go here. We'll soon be back. Do you know that the worth of your school is the combined worth of your teachers? Do you know that the value of your school is the combined value that your parents have placed on your teachers? Are you having problems with making your teachers cooperate with you and be productive as you would want to be? What you need is our training. We have trained over 10,000 teachers in the last few years, and the results have been tremendous. We have two packages. We have the leadership attitude, skills, and ethics, which is LACE for teachers, and we also have TRACE, teachers reorientation for action, capacity, and excellence. So which of them do you want? Call us and let us train your teachers. The results will amaze you. We will help them see the reasons why cooperating with you leads to their own growth, and at the end of the day, it leads to the growth of the school. So it's important. Let us train your teachers. We can come to your school, train them in your school. We can also organize that training for you online. Hello, school owner. You need a social media and web assistant, someone who will design flyers, beautiful flyers, twice every week, manage your website, and make sure that the beautiful things that happen in your school on daily basis well presented to an online audience, both your parents and even prospective parents who are not in your school. Every day in the life of a school is an event, is a story that can be packaged and told to the world. Unfortunately, many of us pay hundreds of thousands of naira, sometimes millions, as salaries. But we don't have anybody managing our image online. He will design 2 flyers per week, post those articles on your social media handles, also post them on your website, and follow up on your pages, comments, and all of that. Before you know it, you begin to get calls. Don't limit yourself to your physical environment. There are many people out there looking for your kind of school, but they are not seeing it because they are Googling it online, they are going on social media, they are not seeing you. So you need a social media assistant and a web assistant. Everyone knows that on SOF we have 3 textbooks, and these are the books written by David Adeniji, convener of the School Owners Forum. Talking about the 4-legged school growth strategy. That is the best book when it comes to school growth. Talking about thrive, how to thrive with your school business in this new era, especially after the pandemic. A whole new era came to school business and you need to learn it. Thrive is a book to read. And then talking about the indispensable teacher. No, there is no other book that helps you manage teachers more than that. Even teachers actually are the ones who need this book too. So you need the book as a school owner. The teachers also need the book. Just order these 3 copies. There's a combo package that is very cheap. That is the price there. You will see it, and then we're going to ship the books to you. The 4-legged school growth strategy, the indispensable teacher, and thrive. Get those books today. Many of us use school management software that limit us in one way or the other, because they have not been upgraded to meet present global trends. Now you need to switch to Thinkalai. Thinkalai is Nigeria's largest school management software. Switch to Thinkalai. It won't take you more than hours. We will do the switch for you. So it manages all your operations, admissions, exams, timetables, e-learning, online classes. Just name it. Bulk SMS. Everything is in it. Online exams, CBT. So switch to Thinkalai school management software today. So you can go to thinkalai.net. That is thinkalai.net. Go there and check the features. All right, so let us continue in the class today. Let me just quickly share my slide. We have a few minutes left. We have just done a few minutes, and we will go very swiftly and very quickly. All right, I'm sharing my screen right now. So you see, I have 15 points loaded for today's class. And I'd like you to know that this is just, of course, the introduction. We will do our best. But if you need the full package, just check out on the screen, look at talk to us. You're going to get the full package because it's a whole series. All right, let me go into the class. Let me see if I have my slides open down. I do not have it now here, but I'm going to show you. All right. So the next point to check, the next thing to do is to see how the remaining points that we need to check in today's class. What is our class for today? How to get competent teachers that will fit your budget. How to recruit competent teachers that will fit your budget. All right. So what are the points we need to consider? What are the points we need to check? Let us check them very quickly. All right. This is it. This is the slide here. I think you can see my slide now. All right. Okay. So let me show you the front. You can see that's the front page. I'm going to tell you some things that will make you think and rethink the strategies of your business. I see sometimes we do some things wrongly and we are innocently wrong about them. So that's the purpose of this kind of meeting. Number 1 point, teachers who are savvy in the vocational. The question I'm asking is, who is a competent teacher? So when you hear competent teachers, I need competent teachers. Because many people approach us, we recruit teachers en masse. We recruit teachers for schools almost every on weekly basis, hundreds of dozens and if not hundreds of them across all of our schools nationwide. And so you hear people say, I need competent teachers. The question you ask is, who is a competent teacher? A competent teacher is one who is savvy in the vocation and also who have sufficient experience and have requisite certificate or certification. In other words, what makes them competent is 2 things: the vocation and the profession. They are not only professional, they are also vocational. You could have a profession, you could be a professional and then you don't have experience. Experience, they used to say that experience is the best teacher. Experience is what makes you a competent teacher. And then the experience makes you a vocational, that is, it. It's just like someone who went to school to study maybe mechanical engineering.
But you give them your car, they cannot repair your car. You understand? They have the professional qualification, but they don't have the experience. They don't have the hands-on. I get the word. That's the word. Hands-on experience plus hands-on experience comes from years of practice, and then when you now back it up with the right certification, you can stand your ground and hold your water anywhere. That, oh, I am a professional teacher. I am I'm not just professional, I'm vocational. That makes me competent. So who is a competent teacher? A competent teacher is one who has hands-on experience. You give them kindergarten children to teach, they teach them, the children come out with sterling performance. You give them, if they say they are biology, see, a biology teacher who cannot teach children to pass the biology exams and all of that, he may not be considered as a competent teacher. So your competence is in your results, not in the certificate, not in your CV. Your competence is in the result. So the question, who is a competent teacher? A competent teacher is one who is savvy in the vocation, who have sufficient experience and have requisite certification. So if you are not clear with that definition, talk to me later. But that's where we are going to start. That's who a competent teacher is. So the question we will then ask, we'll continue the class. The question I should ask you, sir, my school owner, are you competent? Are you a competent teacher? Someone will say, Mr. Adeniji, are you saying I must be a teacher to own a school? Let me explain the difference. There are two kinds of school owners. There are school owners who started their school small. See, if your school is starting small or medium size and you are not a competent teacher yourself, see, chances are you may never be able to recruit competent teachers. You know why? Because you don't have the money to pay experts and consultants to get you that competent breed of teachers that you want. So you have to be the one to do your job. See, if you are a competent teacher, when you see a competent teacher, you will know them. So if you have been an experienced teacher, when I say competent, I hope you understand now, because I've explained what I meant by competent teacher. A competent teacher is one who has the hands-on experience, who can beat his or her chest that any day, any given time, I will deliver, and I will deliver top notch. That's who a competent teacher is. Do you understand? So are you a competent teacher yourself? If your school is starting small and you yourself, you are not a competent teacher. So I see people here and there who are going into school business. They neither have the experience as a good educator, neither do they have the big blow of money, the capital, as an investor. You cannot be lacking in both. You'll be wasting your time. You would also be stressing yourself. That is why you see many school owners, they get worked up, they get worked out. They even get sick in trying to run their school because they lack both. They don't have the competence as a teacher themselves, and on the other hand, they don't have the huge capital. So if you are a competent teacher, if you are not a competent teacher and your school is small, starting small, medium size, see, there are chances you may never be able to recruit competent teacher. So if category, you have a school, it is a small school, but you didn't start by being a teacher. You know, I hear many people say on the platform, hey, can I start a school? I have school start. Can I start a school? I have NCE. The question is, if you are starting a school, are you competent in teaching, in education? Because that teaching is a primary product. You cannot be marketing something whose primary responsibility is not functional. The primary responsibility of the school is to teach the children, make them have an MBA future, make them come out with sterling results. So if the owner of the school who is starting a small school, you understand, if you are not a competent teacher, what you need to do, settle down. You need to go through our courses so that we raise data. You need to build something in you. I wouldn't mind if you take some time off. I know school owners who are also teaching somewhere else. Let me tell you something. You can't skip experience. You cannot skip experience and don't have money at the same time. What can make that experience not really count much is if you have money, if you started with money. So let me go to the next stage. Okay, let me solve this problem. If you are that teacher who didn't start as a teacher, you are that school owner, you were not a competent teacher, you were not actually a teacher, you don't have hands-on experience, you don't have all that experience and all of that before you started in school, that is why the teachers, you will not be able to get competent because you will not know them. You will not know what to look for in a teacher before employing. We have several of that now. We have several of such people. So if you are in that category, what you need to do is perhaps you just take some time out. Maybe you go get a job in another school and work, have the experience, even while you still run your school. So you can still run your school and be a staff somewhere. I'm not demoting you. You understand? I'm just saying you can't lack both at the same time. The other alternative is to get money, so you are now an investor, not necessarily an educator. So let me continue and show you now. The other aspect of that is, even if you are only an investor, so if you're an investor, you may say, well, it doesn't matter. I was not an experienced teacher, but I just got the capital. I invested hugely. If you invested huge and you were not necessarily a teacher or an educator, then what you need to get competent teachers, you need experts to help you with recruitment. So that's, in that case, you can call us for help. You not just recruitment, they help you with structuring, with building processes, and a lot of things that they can help you with. So what am I trying to say there? It's either you are a competent teacher. If your school is starting small, then you cannot skip it. You must have the experience. You must have the hands-on experience. That's how you will know competent teachers. And if you are not, maybe you are not. On the other hand, what you have is you have the capital. You are an investor. Then get professionals, get experts to help you with it. So I continue in that class. The next point is, now let me show you the next point I want to talk about in this class. Take a look at this. Good schools, all right, good schools sell themselves first continuously for good teachers to buy into them. I wonder why a school that is not a good school is going to be looking for good teachers. See, you won't get them. So the marketing that schools do, they don't just do marketing to get enrollment. You have to do marketing to get teachers. Do you know that when teachers browse through the net, they look at you, well, before they can decide, especially those who know, the ones who know what they are doing, before they can come and say, well, let me get to work in this school and all of that. They want to also be sure that the school I'm partnering in to work in is a kind of school that will grow my own career. People don't just where they want. They don't want places where they will just sit down and their career will not grow. They want places where their own career will also grow, where their lives will be taken care of. So that is the point I'm making there. When you are marketing your school, understand that you are not just marketing for enrollment or for new children, you are also marketing the school to get teachers, because they will look at your profile before they can join you. So let me continue. Remember, the class we are into, the class is how to recruit, how to get competent teachers that fit your budget. For those who are just joining in, this is the School Owners Forum, Nigeria's largest training network of teachers, of school owners, of education stakeholders, of school admins, of everyone generally. Why? Because education business is everyone's business. Let's go once again and take this. We'll be right back. Let me show you what happened in one of our meetings recently. We went to train teachers and it was awesome. This is an expert into our list training. So that is what I'm saying. So yesterday you may not have been a teacher. Tomorrow you may not even be a teacher. But now you are a teacher. So who are you? When people ask me, who are you? I answer, say, well, who you are is not what you are doing now. Who you are is what you are going to be if you make the best use of what you are doing now. If you are finding it difficult to give your all, to put in your best in what you are doing, thinking, well, this is not my major field, I'm just passing here, this is not where I'm, well, just for a while, you are wasting time. If you have spent 1 year or 2 years or maybe even 6 months in that place of work, that school, and you have not given your all, you have not given your best for one reason or the other, maybe because you think you're not being paid well, but because you think, well, this is not where I'm supposed to be, or because you think, well, I'm going to soon get something better. See, you are wasting your time. Remember that if you give your all, if you give your best in what you are doing, you are not doing the school a favor. You are the first beneficiary of a better you. So it is not the school that that you are doing a favor primarily. It's secondly, it is you. You see, this joy, this fulfillment that comes with giving your best in anything you are doing is what you deserve it. You deserve to have that fulfillment, that joy that, yes, while I was there, I gave my all.
All right, welcome back. Number 5 point I'm making in this class: competent teachers are scarce. Competent teachers are scarce. I like you to understand this point very well, because competent teachers, you don't get them every now and then. Not everyone wants to work. The people just want to collect money. Understand that competent teachers are scarce. They are teachers who prioritize children's sterling performance above everything else. So competent teachers are teachers who prioritize children's performance, sterling performance above everything else. How many of your teachers in your school prioritize children's or learners' sterling performance above everything else? Competent teachers are the ones we define. Let me show you. Let me tell you. There's a definition we have for teachers. A competent teacher, actually a teacher, according to our own definition of SOF, is one, you see, who has developed the patience and the resolve to meet learners, teachers at any point, impart them well enough at that level, to meet children, learners at any level, impart them well enough at that level so as to present them better for the next level, in spite of all the uncertainties and all the challenges that surround their job as a teacher. In other words, a competent teacher is one who has seen the teaching profession as a calling and not as a means to make ends meet. When it is a means to make ends meet, then when you pay them, they work well. When they have financial challenges, they need an increment, you begin to see their performance dwindle. But a competent teacher understands that this is my calling. The children's future is more important than my own temporary immediate gratification. I may be deprived of some things, but I would not allow these children be deprived of what they should be in their future. I will not allow them to be deprived of an enviable future. I will go the extra mile. I will put my best feet forward. I don't even mind spending extra time not being paid for it, just to make sure that this child that was brought to our school does not dent the image of our school as a wonderful school with good standard, with good results so far. I hope you understand. That is who a competent teacher is. Such people are not many. So how do you identify them? See, here's another point. Let's continue. Only competent schools deserve competent teachers. Let me ask you a question. Do you deserve competent teachers? Does your school deserve? If you want good teachers to look your way, are you still seeing my slide? Let me show you. If you want good teachers, the point I'm making, point number 6, only competent teachers deserve only competent schools deserve competent teachers. See, if you want good teachers to look your way, you must be ready to make them see how that working for you will make them different from working for others. I tell you, if you need the full package of this course, just talk to us. It's just 10,000 naira. You get the full package. This part is just the introduction. But even in this introduction, if you can make use of it, I tell you, your school will not be the same. Remember, the class is titled How to Get Competent Teachers That Fit Your Budget. We are still describing who competent teachers are and what competent schools are before we now go to the other part of how to get them.
So every smart teacher wants the prestige of working for a great school. So you need to make your school that great school that teachers will long to work in today. Today, I will teach you how. Now, I see people send pictures of their school to me, and then you see a school in just one room apartment, or maybe a room and parlor self, and then they just put some banner, and then you want teachers to stake their career on that. Sometimes I tell myself, are you sure, for people that have that kind of school, are you sure that you will not be better off going to look for a job? Because on the school owners forum, if you need jobs, we will get you jobs. I realize that sometimes some people who are planning to start school should understand that don't start a school that will bring teachers into a kind of slavery, a kind of environment where they become dormant, they become they cannot move forward, they cannot grow. Why? Because you have rubbed off what you have on them that is not positive. I'm not trying to spite anyone, but I tell you, it is only competent schools that deserve competent teachers. So if your teacher cannot boast about your school, a teacher, put yourself in their shoes. They went to school, they studied. They also want to have the prestige of working for a great school, or at least a school with potential. So it's important you understand that. Let me go to the next point. I'm rushing the points because I know that some people are waiting to get access into the full class. The full class is just 10,000 naira. There are a couple of classes in it, and then we will expand these points more. But in this class, don't worry, even if you don't want to register for the full one, which I know you'll be encouraged to later, just take advantage of this, and then you have testimonies. I hope you know that the School Owners Forum is Nigeria's largest training network of school owners, of teachers, of education stakeholders generally, and we have hundreds, if not thousands, of testimonies to share. All right, so let me go to the next point. Point number 7. Every time you market your school, remember that you are also selling yourself for good brains to work with you. I hear people they post things on the social media about their schools, and those things are not top notch. Don't forget that you are also, every time you speak online, you are marketing your school owner. You don't just talk anyhow online. People follow you. Every time you post an image of your school online, you are marketing your school. You are not only marketing the school to parents, you are also marketing your school to good brains. If you tell me to come and work in your school, or you say there's a vacancy, I just pick up my phone, I Google the school. At the least, the school should appear as a Google business page. You don't have that. There's nothing to show about your school. I see images of school. I just wonder. I don't know. I wonder how many teachers will want to be a part of this kind of school. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Every time you market your school, remember that you're also selling your school for good brains to work with you. So that's a point you should take note. The next point, hear this: smart brains want to remain smart and will not allow your job to reduce the opportunity for that. Excuse me. So remember all of this. Take them into consideration when you are starting a school. Don't start a school as a means to stay above poverty line. You know, if your school, so here's what I want to say there. Look at it. Prepare for teachers before employing them. See them as people with a vision, with a unique purpose, and with a good career expectation. Don't just start a school and say, well, it's not just to get teachers. The teachers are human beings. They also have a future. They have a place to go. Don't just think you can bring them into your school that you don't have a vision for. So you must have a vision for your teachers before you employ them. It's just like giving birth to or getting pregnant without having a plan for the baby you want to raise. You know, that's not good parenting. The same thing when you are recruiting a teacher. You know, we are learning about how to recruit competent teachers that will fit your budget. It's not just about budget. When you are planning to recruit the teacher, what is your plan for the teacher? I see many school owners shortchanging the teachers they are bringing in, because all they want to do is to use them to make what they want to make. But I want you to stop that. I want us to stop that. I want us to have an industry that is healthy. Before you bring in a teacher, Mr. A, Mr. B, put pen on paper. What is your plan for this teacher? What is your plan for them in 1 year, in 2 years? Everyone wants to be in a place where somebody is looking out for them. As a school owner, remember that you are a mentor to the teacher. You are the master, they are your apprentices. It's just like a master who has apprentices but does not want them to be free at some point in time. So prepare for those competent teachers. I'm going to show you how to get the competent teachers. Maybe not in this class. We will touch a part of it, but I'm preparing your heart so that you will not say, yeah, I'm not seeing teachers. They will not come. And even if they come, they won't stay. If they won't stay, if they see that what you have on ground, it will not help them to grow their career. So what's the next point in this class? Before I proceed to the next point, I'd like you to understand again that this is the School Owners Forum, Nigeria's largest training network of school owners, of teachers, of education stakeholders generally. And this class is titled How to Get Competent Teachers That Will Fit Your Budget. Let's continue, but after this a very wonderful short break.
Do you know that the worth of your school is the combined worth of your teachers? Do you know that the value of your school is the combined value that your parents have placed on your teachers? Are you having problems with making your teachers cooperate with you and be productive as you would want to be? What you need is our training. We have trained over 10,000 teachers in the last few years, and the results have been tremendous. We have two packages. We have the leadership attitude, skills, and ethics, which is LACE for teachers, and we also have TRACE, teachers reorientation for action, capacity, and excellence. So which of them do you want? Call us and let us train your teachers. The results will amaze you. We will help them see the reasons why cooperating with you leads to their own growth, and at the end of the day, it leads to the growth of the school. So it's important. Let us train your teachers. We can come to your school, train them in your school. We can also organize that training for you online.
Hello, school owner. You need a social media and web assistant, someone who will design flyers, beautiful flyers, twice every week, manage your website, and make sure that the beautiful things that happen in your school on daily basis well presented to an online audience, both your parents and even prospective parents who are not in your school. Every day in the life of a school is an event, is a story that can be packaged and told to the world. Unfortunately, many of us pay hundreds of thousands of naira, sometimes millions, as salaries. But we don't have anybody managing our image online. He will design 2 flyers per week, post those articles on your social media handles, also post them on your website, and follow up on your pages, comments, and all of that. Before you know it, you begin to get calls. Don't limit yourself to your physical environment. There are many people out there looking for your kind of school, but they are not seeing it because they are Googling it online, they are going on social media, they are not seeing you. So you need a social media assistant and a web assistant.
All right, you're welcome back. And this is still the School Owners Forum, Nigeria's largest training network of school owners, of teachers, of school admins, education stakeholders generally. You need to talk to us for your training needs and every need, all of the things we've been talking about. Now, I continue. How to get competent teachers that fit your budget. We have spent half of the class talking about competent teachers and how what you need to possess as a school owner to woo, to deserve such competent teachers. I'm going to now begin to shift the discussion into how exactly to now get those competent teachers, but not without telling you these remaining 2 points under that first half of the class. So look at this now. Now, the next point is that you should, okay, no, that's not the next point. The next point here is that I've talked about this. I said, here's where to start. So now let's now begin to start. Propose to teachers, propose to them your good package and plans and intentions before demanding their commitment or service. Now, you see people, you hear people tell us to recruit teachers for them. And then I ask, what is the salary? What's the minimum expected salary? And you hear something like, my minimum expected salary is 20,000. See, let's put it in perspective. It doesn't matter what area you are operating in Nigeria. How would you want to employ somebody and say you want to pay 20,000 in a month? Now, I'm not telling you exactly how much to pay. And I'm not saying that you should suddenly change. This may offend some people, but I'm being realistic with you. What can 20,000 do in a month? Except maybe you are employing someone who is a volunteer. The volunteer who maybe just want to have the experience, or maybe a core member who is maybe just trying to, But how much? What exactly do you think one who is you want a competent teacher? You want to pay 20,000 monthly, and then you say you want them to deliver. Of course, you know that what you want is just someone who will just block in and all of that. Now, the point is this: such teachers may be competent. They may be competent, but it's a matter of time. They will not be confident. They may be competent, but they will not be confident, because that cannot do anything. The question you want to ask me, you want to attack me, right? Is but that's not how much I'm making. Excuse me, how much you are making? Then you need to make more. You need to go and make more from that business. Go and plan. And that's why I used to say that you are not at want of strategies to grow your school. At the very least, if you don't know what to do, get our books. The books just cost 20,000 naira. You will do better with that business. Do you understand? At the very least, read those books, learn strategies to grow your business, grow your income. Don't let the teacher be at the receiving end of the challenges you are having as a business. Don't let the teachers be at the receiving end of the kind of vision you are running, a vision that is not well robust enough to cater for both you and everybody working with you. It's important that you don't take this lightly. See, if you are paying peanut, you will get peanut performance. Let me show you the next slide. See, point number 12, which I want to make to you: stop paying peanuts because you are charging small. Excuse me, I will not take it as an excuse. That you are operating in a rural area is not an excuse. You understand? Why not make the school free? Instead of make the school free and announce that teachers should volunteer. You will now see how donors will come to your aid and donate. See, people like people that do social service. Instead of running a school that pays 7,500, 10,000, 15,000, money that cannot fulfill anything tangible in the life of the staff. Instead of running a kind of school like that, why not make the school free? If you make the school free and call for help, call for donors, write to maybe you form an NGO, say you are an NGO. I tell you, you will get other larger NGOs and organizations, even international bodies, that will fund you because of the good work you are doing for education. As a matter of fact, you understand that there are so many out of school children in Nigeria. And then when you do that, you have contributed in taking some of those out of school children out of the streets into school. Instead of running a school that cannot pay anybody's bills, run a school that teachers cannot boast that I have a living wage. If you are paying peanut, excuse me, don't think of having competent teachers, because you won't. So you should stop paying peanuts because you are charging small. If your school is, let me read it from here. If your school is meeting your own ends comfortably, and I like you to pay attention to this. If your own school, that school is meeting your own needs, comfortably and keeping you above poverty line. Have you checked if it is doing the same for at least some of your people, some of your teachers working with you? I hope that your answer is yes. If it is no, please, the key is learning. The key is to expand. The key is growth. So how do you get competent teachers? By paying competent salary. Now, I'm not going to tell you how much you should pay, but you know yourself if what you are paying is a living wage for those living in that area. For example, if your school is in Lekki, the cost of living in Lekki, you can't compare with the cost of living in a kind of area, maybe that is remote, that is an outskirt. So you should understand that when teachers demand, they are demanding based on the cost of living of the environment in which your school is. I'm not saying you cannot have a small school in Lekki. You can have a small school in Lekki, but the people there, they have a kind of economy that the people in the outskirts do not have. So never be afraid to charge money that is commensurate to your service from your customers, because that is how you'll be able to get money that is commensurate to the competence that you demand for the teachers who are teaching on you. Don't mind me. Don't say I'm coming hard on school owners. I'm not really. But I realize that many of the school owners we have relaxed. You understand? We have relaxed so much that we are making some amount of change to keep us above poverty line. But have we checked if the same is the case with the teachers we employ? So you want competent teachers? Excuse me, pay competent money. Yes. So let us continue. We are still gradually telling us how to recruit competent teachers. Generally, teachers who have the choice of not accepting your good offer, but still choose to take it for one good thing or the other in your package, will perform better than those who choose you for lack of alternatives. Here's what I'm saying. Don't let it be that teachers are accepting your charge, your salary, because they don't have options. Let me tell you this. It is not just about salary. What are the components of the package you are offering to teachers? What is the components? What are the components of the package? Is it only salary? What is the welfare package? What are the things they will see in it that will say, I see schools that build big schools and they cannot spend some money to build quarters. You hear teachers say, I want to work with you, but for now, I don't have accommodation. Does the school have accommodation? I'm not saying you can accommodate all, but you should know that things like that, they will make teachers stay with you for long. They'll make you get teachers. They make teachers put their life on the line for you. I worked in a school where every afternoon there is lunch for us. Now, this is not just any kind of lunch. There is a timetable. On Monday, we take, I think we take rice and fish. On Tuesday, we take beans and bread. On Wednesday, we take amala. And on Wednesday, see, good course meal. You know, so sometimes some of us, maybe when you fast in the morning, maybe, you know, those kind of fast, maybe fast that is the normal fast, or fast that there is nothing to eat, but you have hope. When you resume in the morning, you are teaching, you have hope that when it is 3 p.m., the table is set, the kitchen is ready, you are going in there to take good course meal. When you have that kind of arrangement, teachers will get competent at all costs. I'm not saying you should give them food as if they are begging. I'm not forcing you to. I'm just saying that inside your package, your remuneration package, it is not just salary. What have you put there? Somebody is saying, is it all about money? It isn't all about money, but money plays a major role. Are you doing well enough? Somebody says, but I don't have money. You can have it. The parents are there. They will give you the money. I tell you, some of us, I have taught us on this platform that many of us, school fees is the only thing we have demanded. We have positioned ourselves to get from parents, but they can give us more. How? In this class, on this platform, we have taught how to create multiple streams of income, both from your existing customers and from people who are not even your existing parents at all. And so what are you offering them? Are you getting the point? Let me go very quickly to the next point. I say here that generally teachers who have the choice of not accepting your good offer, but they still choose it, they choose to take it for one good thing or the other. in your package, they will perform better and they will stay longer. They will be more dedicated. Do you know that poverty can make a competent teacher become incompetent? When a teacher is not having his needs met, the ends are not meeting, that competence will soon start fading from their heads. I used to tell us that don't be a rich school owner with poor teachers. No. Let them let them enjoy the favor of working with a rich boss. If you are the proprietor of the school, you are the chairman, you are driving a good Jeep and all of that, and then your HM, your principal, is trekking or coming on bike, it's not acceptable. Give them that car. If they need to pay instrumental, let them pay. It's not good for the image of the school. By the time you do that, you boost their morale, you boost their competence. They will become more creative. When you talk to them, their ears will be open to hear you. So when you talk to them, their ears will be open to hear you. I tell you, it's a wonderful class we are having here, and I'm enjoying myself right in the studio. Appreciation to my admin, appreciations to my technical team, and appreciation to every one of us out there who is listening to this, whether live right now or who will still join the broadcast later. Again, I tell you that the class is not ended yet, but you can get a full package of this course by paying just 10,000 naira. The payment details, I think, is in the slide. If you need it, kindly call for it. My admin, please kindly help me share our payment details. Some people are making payment right now. They want to join the full class. They want to have access to our wealth of knowledge, our wealth of experience. We have hundreds of hours of lectures. Depending on anyone you need, you can call for it at any time. We have teachings and trainings, both online and physical, for every aspect of your business. Be it teachers, growing your school, debt, running a school free of debtors. You want to increase school fees, you don't know how. You are talking about marketing, accounting, school account. Every aspect of your school, we have trainings. Just for this particular package, you can just contact us, and then the result will be wonderful. Let's go right now in the remaining 7 minutes of this class, how to get competent teachers that fit your budget. But I'm not going to do that until we go over there and talk about this. When we come back, this will be the best part of the class. The next part we are going now will be the best part of the class. I hope you are getting it. How to get competent teachers that fit your budget. So let's take this before we finish, before we continue.
Everyone knows that on SOF we have 3 textbooks, and these are the books written by David Adeniji, convener of the School Owners Forum. Talking about the 4-legged school growth strategy. That is the best book when it comes to school growth. Talking about thrive, how to thrive with your school business in this new era, especially after the pandemic. A whole new era came to school business and you need to learn it. Thrive is a book to read. And then talking about the indispensable teacher, there is no other book that helps you manage teachers more than that. Even teachers actually are the ones who need this book too. So you need the book as a school owner. The teachers also need the book. Just order these 3 copies. There's a combo package that is very cheap. That is the price there. You will see it, and then we're going to ship the books to you. The 4-legged school growth strategy, the indispensable teacher, and thrive. Get those books today. Many of us use school management software that limit us in one way or the other, because they have not been upgraded to meet present global trends. Now you need to switch to Thinkalai. Thinkalai is Nigeria's largest school management software. Switch to Thinkalai. It won't take you more than hours. We will do the switch for you. So it manages all your operations, admissions, exams, timetables, e-learning, online classes. Just name it. Bulk SMS. Everything is in it. Online exams, CBT. So switch to Thinkalai school management software today. So you can go to thinkalai.net. That is thinkalai.net. Go there and check the features.
All right, you're still on to Unlock with me, David Adeniji, and the topic for today is how to get competent teachers that fit your budget. All right, so let me continue very quickly in the class. You are going to get the best part of this class. So what are we saying here? The next point is this. Now, how do you now? There's some tactical ways to get it. See, look at this. Cultivate the habit of placing adverts for teachers on external avenues, platforms, media, e.g., billboards, social media, newspaper, website, TV, radio, etc., as you can afford. The idea is don't just keep employing teachers on personal recommendation levels, from friends and existing teachers. Fresh heads who know nobody will do better for long than those who came in through internal connection. What are we trying to say here? Of course, how you've been getting teachers. I'm not saying you should stop, but you see, henceforth, try to be placing advert for teachers on platforms that are global, such that those platforms will not only serve the purpose of getting you the teachers, you understand, they will also serve the purpose of marketing your school, such that teachers that see you on that platform, they will know you will know your onions. I've dealt with the aspect of you tidying up your structure, tidying up your school, making sure that your school is actually does deserve the competent teacher, making sure that you are a competent school and you are a competent school owner yourself. So to get these competent teachers, make sure you advertise for them on platforms that are kind of valuable. It improves the value that you have. For example, if you place your advert for teachers on our platform, you can be sure that when teachers apply, they know that for us to have partnered with your brand, you are a school that can be relied on. And so they are coming with a kind of mentality, with a kind of perception that you are a school. All right. They are coming with a perception that you're a school that can be vouched for, a school where their career will grow. Do you get the point? So it's important you put all of these in the right perspective. But there's an advice as I close this class. We continue. There are several points to touch. We continue in the next part of the class for those who have paid for the class, who are waiting. But here is an advice I have. See, the advice I have for you is right here. Tidy up the workings of your internal structures. What am I saying? Tidy up the workings of your internal structures as you shop for good teachers. The old teachers who harbor venomous sentiment, I know that they are bad teachers. Now, let me not put it that way. They are teachers whom you should kind of excuse out of your system. I know. But you see, those kind of teachers, the ones that harbor venomous sentiments, should be wisely taken care of so that they don't diminish your returns too quick. So if there are teachers, school owners have this attitude. I don't fire teachers. I don't fire. You may not fire, but you can quietly ease them out of your system. I don't know if there's a difference between the two, but some people should not be in your system for too long. That's an advice I have. The last advice I have in this class is that school business is image business. You understand? School business is image business. So a good image will attract good teachers. A bad image will repel them. So you should devise mechanisms of getting feedback about your school's image. See, don't miss one. Get a mechanism of device mechanism of getting feedback about your school's image, then work on those feedback. The point here is you will never know what you are losing until you correct some things about your school. I think that's a great advice for you. I really appreciate everyone who has joined this class. I appreciate Unique Laurel International School in Lagos. We were there on Saturday for training. Look at it. It was an awesome class. Look at their teachers. We trained their teachers on Saturday, and it was an awesome session. So I'd like you to also place your order for that training. We have been going around. We have been busy. Going from school to school to school, training teachers on leadership, attitude, skills, and ethics and traits. Thank you very much. Once again, this is Unlock with me, David Adeniji, convener of the School Owners Forum. And this class was titled How to Recruit Competent Teachers That Will Feed Your Budget. Until next time when we come your way again, kindly stay tuned and you're going to see all of the offers we have said so far. Thank you very much. Again, Unlock continues next Saturday, same station, same channel, same time, and we will continue like that. Thank you very much. I'm David Adenji once again, by the grace of God, convener of the School Owners Forum. So, bye for now.
Do you know that the worth of your school is the combined worth of your teachers? Do you know that the value of your school is the combined value that your parents have placed on your teachers? Are you having problems with making your teachers cooperate with you and be productive as you would want to be? What you need is our training. We have trained over 10,000 teachers in the last few years, and the results have been tremendous. We have two packages. We have the leadership attitude, skills, and ethics, which is LACE for teachers, and we also have TRACE, teachers reorientation for action, capacity, and excellence. So which of them do you want? Call us and let us train your teachers. The results will amaze you. We will help them see the reasons why cooperating with you leads to their own growth, and at the end of the day, it leads to the growth of the school. So it's important. Let us train your teachers. We can come to your school, train them in your school. We can also organize that training for you online. Do you know that the worth of your school is the combined worth of your teachers? Do you know that the value of your school is the combined value that your parents have placed on your teachers? Are you having problems with making your teachers cooperate with you and be productive as you would want to be? What you need is our training. We have trained over 10,000 teachers in the last few years, and the results have been tremendous. We have two packages. We have the leadership attitude, skills, and ethics, which is LACE for teachers, and we also have TRACE, teachers reorientation for action, capacity, and excellence. So which of them do you want? Call us and let us train your teachers. The results will amaze you. We will help them see the reasons why cooperating with you leads to their own growth, and at the end of the day, it leads to the growth of the school. So it's important. Let us train your teachers. We can come to your school, train them in your school. We can also organize that training for you online.
Hello, school owner. You need a social media and web assistant, someone who will design flyers, beautiful flyers, twice every week, manage your website, and make sure that the beautiful things that happen in your school on daily basis well presented to an online audience, both your parents and even prospective parents who are not in your school. Every day in the life of a school is an event, is a story that can be packaged and told to the world. Unfortunately, many of us pay hundreds of thousands of naira, sometimes millions, as salaries. But we don't have anybody managing our image online. You will design 2 flyers per week, post those articles on your social media handles, also post them on your website, and follow up on your pages, comments, and all of that. Before you know it, you begin to get calls. Don't limit yourself to your physical environment. There are many people out there looking for your kind of school, but they are not seeing it because they are Googling it online, they are going on social media, they are not seeing you. So you need a social media assistant and a web assistant.
Everyone knows that on SOF we have 3 textbooks, and these are the books written by David Adeniji, convener of the School Owners Forum. Talking about the 4-legged school growth strategy. That is the best book when it comes to school growth. Talking about Thrive how to thrive with your school business in this new era, especially after the pandemic. A whole new era came to school business and you need to learn it. Thrive is a book to read. And then talking about the indispensable teacher, there is no other book that helps you manage teachers more than that. Even teachers actually are the ones who need this book too. So you need the book as a school owner. The teachers also need the book. Just order these 3 copies. There's a combo package that is very cheap. That is the price there. You will see it, and then we're going to ship the books to you. The 4-legged school growth strategy, the indispensable teacher, and Thrive. Get those books today. Many of us use school management software that limit us in one way or the other, because they have not been upgraded to meet present global trends. Now you need to switch to ThinkAlly. ThinkAlly is Nigeria's largest school management software. Switch to ThinkAlly. It won't take you more than hours. We will do the switch for you. So it manages all your operations, admissions, exams, timetables, e-learning, online classes. Just name it. Bulk SMS. Everything is in it. Online exams, CBT. So switch to ThinkAlly school management software today. So you can go to thinkally.net. That is thinkally.net. Go there and check the features.